Hi, Omas Therapy, you're welcome. Hi, May 550K, you're welcome. Welcome. So very soon, my guest is going to be here, then I'll add her up. But thank you for being so punctual. You guys are amazing. Thank you. She's almost here. So how are you girls doing? Because you're both ladies, yes. I'm really so excited about what we're about to do because we can actually see how it's going to be so helpful, to families, the children, and we're just so excited. Hi, Solo Pain. Hi. Financial. Hi, I am Mika. Oh, Niger Kids is here. Awesome. Yes. Because quick, sharp burst. We just want to, do this. My other sister is here all the way from the US. Thank you, sister. Hi, Mrs. Adelsi. Your trademark. Hello. So excited to have you here.
Thank you. I hope
so excited to have you. Barinada. Hi, Nathaniel. Oh, thank you guys so much for coming. We're so excited about doing this because what we are about to announce is going to be a game changer. Like, your children are going to love it. Even you, the adult, you would love it. I was just smiling sheepishly yesterday. So anyway, let's begin officially. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to our big announcement IG Live. It's just a big announcement for us today, and we're so excited to be doing this. So you know me, right? My name is Gucci. I'm the safety chick, and I have an amazing person. She's a genius. Gosh, if you guys see what she has created, you understand why I'm just hailing her like this. She's amazing, Mrs. Titi Adeusi. She's the brain behind Niger Kids, and aside that, in fact, very recently she did something with Google Read Along. She's going to talk about it herself so that so that she can give us the correct information. So you're welcome, Mrs. Adeusi. Please tell us a little bit about the amazing work that you do at Niger Kids, and also this recent partnership or this recent. Hi, Barinada. Hi, DK Mac. So to you, Mrs. Adeusi.
Hello, everyone. Hi. My name is Titi Adeusi. Ugochi says the brain behind it. You want my team to be throwing stones at me right now. It's teamwork all the way. It's teamwork all the way. But what we basically do at Niger Kids is, how do we make children learn effortlessly? That's really the word. How do we ensure that they're learning? They don't know they are learning. They're like, you mean I now know that math is not so hard, this is not so hard. That's really what we do. So we just take little things, take topics, take subjects, make them into fun games that children can just learn and have so much fun. Recently, we partnered with Google on their Read Along app, and it's the same concept whereby you just try to make reading fun and help children with their skills. So it's a free app that's available on the store, where you can go download it. Your children can learn how to read with the Google app. And so what we've done, you can check out some of Niger Kids stories there that have some of the Niger flavor, just got to represent. So that's really what it's been. So it's been amazing because collaboration is what we're about. We've been preaching it. Let's collaborate. Let's not compete. So that's really one of the things that we're going to be talking about today.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really love that, because one of the things I'm really big on is simplifying safety information in a fun and engaging way that children can relate with. So finding out that you actually do educational stuff just my mind, and it just makes me more interested in what you do. So thank you so much for sharing that. So the really big issue right now is that schools are set to resume at a physical school building, and not all parents are comfortable. We ran a social media survey, and 69% of parents say they are not ready to send children to a physical school building. What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I'm one of those parents, I'll be honest. I am not ready. I'm not ready to send my child to a physical school. Not because I don't think that the school, would do their best, but I know children. I specifically know my younger son. He goes to a party with 2 shoes. He comes back with 1. So I'm telling you, he has come up with other people's notebooks before. So I just know they're not as careful. So we are worried. We really want them to. We would like them to go to school, to be honest. Because we are tired of having them. We've had them for 6 months. But the other side is that we want them to be safe. And we know that it will be not easy. Our children are not even, because they've been at home, they've not had to really imbibe all the safety protocols. My son will come through his door, his auntie, his uncle, his cousin, and the next thing is running off to give them a big hug. And this is the person that I want to do social distancing. He's not even going to think about it. So I realize as a parent, I need to, keep reminding him every day. Once I hear the doorbell ring, I'm just going to look up and say, social distance, give them the sanitizer, let them clean their hands. And I have to do that all the time. So even as we go back to school, putting on the protocols, the children themselves, how do we prepare their minds? How do we get them ready? How do we constantly remind them? Because the school has to realize that it's not once. You have to keep reminding them, oh, you're too close, social distance, wear your mask. We as adults have not even succeeded 100% in doing that. How much more, playful children? So that's really where we are. I'm very concerned. I have one of my sons that even has a bit of underlying health issues. So I'm like, no, I'm not ready at all. And I know a lot of parents that are with me on this boat. So it's really, how do we help? I think that's really what we're all about. How do we help the child? Excuse me. How do we help the parents feel more comfortable as well that their children are
okay? So thank you so much for sharing that. Yes. Okay, I lost you for a second there, but can you hear me now? Okay, so thank you so much for sharing that. This thing actually made me to write a post about this. I put out a post on social media today on 5 ways that parents can prepare their children to return to physical school building. Because the truth is, as much as we are not comfortable with going back, we're not certain about the school, we're not even certain of our children compliance, some of these things are out of our locus of control. So what can we do to ensure that the one that is within our locus of control, we are managing it properly? And so because of that, I created this short post, and I said the first thing we have to do is we need to educate them. And this education, you cannot just do one off and that's it, because like you said, you have to keep repeating it, educating them. Yes. And then the next thing is we must create simple safety plans, because the truth is, if the children are supposed to go back to school, we must begin to put them in that framework and say, okay, because this time around you are going to be wearing masks to go to school, how can we ensure that wearing masks becomes natural to you? So one of the things I shared this morning was pair it. So for example, if you're picking up your backpack, your school bag to go to school, once you put on your school bag, the next thing should be to put on your mask. So when the child is pairing those 2 activities together, the child knows that, okay, every next course of action is to do this. It's almost like where we're brushing our teeth and then we rinse our mouth with water. It goes together. So now after you create a simple plan, the next is you must rehearse. I think yesterday or 2 days ago, one of my friends, after she saw my post on Instagram, she said her daughter said, "Mommy, I'm not sure I'm ready to go to school because it's been a long time. We woke up that early in the morning to go to school." So guess what? She and the girl, they have to start every morning. They rehearse the process of getting up and preparing as if you are going to school, just to put her in that frame. And I think that is something that all parents should, imbibe at this point. Your school may not necessarily resume on Monday, but anytime from now, that can happen. But start them psychologically, mentally, that this is what is coming. Then the next one, which is so important, we are announcing today, is you must get them involved in the learning process. Like I mentioned earlier, you don't just come and teach them and you go. No, maybe ask them to do something. Maybe do a drawing, play a game, create a poem, sing a song, anything that will make them a part of the learning process. It's more easy for them to internalize and own that knowledge. as opposed to, you know, you just reciting it for them and they're out. And then, of course, make them relax, help them to be calming down. Help them to be calming down so that they won't be scared.
I agree with you.
Yes.
Go for walks with your
yes.
children.
And so now I'm going to be asking. Yes. Yes, I'm listening to you.
I say that you can get them to go for walks together and then wear the mask for like 31 hours. See, practice, rehearse that, you know, in preparation for resuming.
Yes, yes, totally, totally. So I want you to tell us about this new product, this new thing that we've done. What is this thing that we've been telling them something is cooking, something is brewing? What is this thing that we have put together, and why is it so important at this time?
Honestly, we're excited to announce, you know, that Safety Check, in partner with Nigeria Kids, have come up with what we call our Safety CheckUp. You know, so every child needs to go through the Safety CheckUp, and the Safety CheckUp is simply this: a fun and engaging way in which you can check and double check and triple check that your child is very, very familiar with all, you know, the safety guidelines, that it's important to keep them safe. So that when, you know, when something's happening, I just remember, oh, no, this is what it said in the game. You know, I need to keep 2 meters, why they need to put on their face mask, how they should put on their face mask, and how they should remove it. So we're excited to announce the Safety CheckUp game that, you know, we'll be releasing next week on the 25th of September. You can check you can check, you know, Safety Chicks page as well as the Nigeria Kids page for the games. We'll also be posting out all the details on our social media handles. We've made the game very affordable, you know, so it's like really, you know, it's like your bread change. I don't want to call it chicken change. Chicken is like 3,000, you know. It's like your bread change, and it is something that anybody, anywhere, you know, all over the world can use it to get their children ready for school. It's our Safety CheckUp. They need to go for their checkup. Thank you. Diane Musi is saying children need to be eased back into the routine.
Exactly. I totally agree.
I completely agree. So we just say, you know what? Let your child play the game. Let them play it once, let them play it twice, let them play it 3 times, let them play it 4 times. When they go to school and you ask them, and they say, Mom, do you know this will happen? You say, you know what? I think we need a refresher course. Let them play the game. All schools, everywhere, wherever they are in the world, let them play the Safety Check and Nigeria Kids Safety CheckUp game. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That is our beautiful. That is our beautiful announcement to you guys. We created this amazing game. See, you played that game. Yes, even me, I was just blushing like a little child. Like, it was just too beautiful, and I could just. In fact, you know, I had to go and meet my dad this morning. I said, Daddy, I have a game. Come on, see. We played it together. It's so beautiful. And that's if I'm an adult and I feel this way. Can imagine the children. Aside the fact that, you know, it's giving that safety knowledge in a simple way, they're also just playing. It's fun. I always love learning to be fun and interactive, most especially where children are concerned. And so now is your chance to ask us questions. What are your concerns? What questions do you have? And like she already mentioned, we've made it affordable. First of all, you get to even play the first level for free. Like, it's so cute. Go to links in our bio, click on it, you get the demo, and then you pre-order. And guess what? It's just 500 naira. Imagine, like 500, like she said, bread change. Just 500 naira. 500 naira. And of course, if you pre-order between now and 25th, you get an additional safety storybook for your children free. In fact, once you pay, download is there, and then you get your storybook. And then of course, we're also going to be doing a giveaway to also encourage you to help us spread this information. So immediately after this live, we're going to post the flyers on our pages with the instructions, and the instructions are simple. All you have to do is like the post, tag 3 parents, and then share that flyer on your own social media platforms using our hashtag so that we can find you and be able to give it to you. Yesterday says, when will the demo be available? The demo is already available. That's the beautiful thing about this thing. Once you click the link on any of our pages, you would land somewhere on the website. Actually, not in the dustbin or in the bush. You will land on a website and you will land on a website and you will see play demo. And it's just as simple as that. After you play your demo, then pre-order, and by 25th you get the full package. Yes, and we're so excited about it. Trust me, don't worry. When you play it, you come back and say, I'll go to increase the money. 100 is too small. And then I will tell you, well, this is service to humanity. We have to help the country and the continent, because we're taking this thing, not just Nigeria, other countries. I'm being silly. I'm just so excited. Okay, so do we have questions?
It's like we just giving birth to a newborn baby.
Yeah, like questions. Will the game be played on the app or something? Is that they will see?
Yeah, the game is online, so it's an online game. So all you just have to do is once you pre-ordered, you'll be sent a link, so you can just play it online. Which means that you can play it on your phone, on your tablet. Once you have internet service, you can play it anywhere you are. So you don't have to download an app. It's just to click the link. You have to sign up. Apart from that, once you pre-order, the instructions will be sent along. Thank you, David Akins. I don't know how to pronounce Jide. Okay.
Awesome. So do we have any other question? We wanted it to just be a sweet and short video. So we're almost done.
In terms of the age, if you ask me and say from what age, I'll say from 5. From 5 they can play the age. Safety chick enjoy playing the game, so you can also get the adults to play the game. So someone asked, will the children be addicted to playing the game? The thing about educational games, they're not like pure fun games that children get addicted to. It's because you're learning, because you have to answer questions, you have to get points. So I would say they'll get addicted to it. What's the minimum age the children have to be able to play this game? So for them to read on their own, maybe like 5. But you know what? If your children are younger, you can actually go through games with them and then play the game with them together. So if they're younger, you can then play the game with them together. But from 5, they most likely will go to just play it out on their own.
Awesome. More questions, please.
Well, is after payment, is it possible to have the games play offline? Well, for this particular one, no. Maybe when we check the one that is more expensive, we will then have the additional option of being able to pay offline. This was just, let's quickly bring out this game. Does it have a leaderboard? Yes, it has a leaderboard, and then we can see who are the children that top the leaderboard. Someone is saying, just check, she can't find.
Where did you check? Click the link in my bio, it's there. Like the first thing you are going to see, because I tried. I actually checked it out. I put it up there since about 3 p.m. and then I clicked on it to see if it was going to take me to the website, and it did. So you can click the link in my bio and it's there.
Yes.
Don't worry, after this one we'll still put it. It's there.
Once we are off from this Instagram live, but just check the bio, check Safety Check, check Nigeria Kids as well. You can also check my personal account, Titi Adeosi on Instagram, and then we'll keep pushing out. Don't worry, keep pushing out this weekend. But remember that officially the game will be available from the 25th. So what you just be playing now is a bit of the demo. The demo is just a quick demo, but the game will be going live on the 25th of this one. That's just next week Friday, a week from now. So be excited.
A week from now. Yes, a week from now. And
thank you all saying great job, guys. Thank you. Pieces.
Yes. And Mercy is joining us from, I can't remember what country right now, but she's outside. So she's going to help us campaign. And so that brings me to the next point. We need all of you. We need all of you to help us spread this message to as many parents as possible. Because the truth is, we have to equip our children. No matter how much you love your children, you're not going to be with them 24/7. 24/7. You need to be able to have peace of mind wherever you are, that they know to do right. And one of the things we have done with the questions are, I learned from Mrs. Adewusi not to just ask straight questions. I learned to ask application questions. So questions that would put you in a scenario, put the children in a scenario, and then ask them what they would do, so that they would, when they go out, and better choices. Do you see what we're trying to do? Trying to modify behavior to ensure that avoidable accidents are reduced as much as is reasonably practicable, like we say in the safety industry, you know. So
yes, someone said that you know, a lot of people are joining now. We need to recap a lot of what we said. You know, just give some, you know.
Okay, recap.
Pinned it as well. Thank you for everyone that is joining. I see friends and family. Thank you. Our big announcement.
There's a question here from Jide. He says, great initiative. Just check the demo now. It means if my child scores low and he's not ready to resume physical school. That's not what we are saying. What we are trying to do is to get them we're trying to get them to learn, you know, try to get them to be independent so they can play the game for as many times as possible. Knowledge retention is what we want here. So it's not that they can't go, right? It's just that thing to happen, you know, that practice to happen over and over and over again. So you cannot even make it like their blood tonic, you know, every morning. Have you played your game today? Play it. Let's see how far you have gone.
Okay, just how many minutes we have left? Just tap a bit of what we said. Let your child do the safety check-up. You know, from now on, try to prepare them for school. Them just have that safety check-up by playing the game. The game will go live from 25th next week Friday. But right now, you can go and pre-order and then play a demo game. You know, remember that the first, if you pre-order before the 25th, you also get one of safety book as part of, you know, free gift. And then we're also going to be doing giveaways. All you have to do is like our post when we send it out, tag your 5 of your tag and share with 5 of your friends and just
Okay, someone is saying, can you please share the link to the demo game so we can start playing it? Okay, Dr. Yams is already on it. If you just go now to the link in my bio, you would be able to access it, right? It's there because we're about to actually end this broadcast, so I don't think I'm going to bother with the pinning, but trust me, go to any of our links, you are going to see it. And just as a recap, Mr. Adewusi, just as a recap for those who are just joining, briefly tell us about this fantastic game that we have released to the world.
I'm playing the safety check-up game, and then just to check, you know, safety readiness in terms of your child, what they need to do to keep safe. You know, COVID hasn't completely gone. We thank God that it are growing every day, but we know that as more people continue to, you know, move around, you know, there might be a spike. So it's important that remember that keeping them safe also means keeping ourselves safe. A lot of children are symptomatic, means that, you know, it's we the old ones that are more at risk. So let's play the safety check-up game. And then just keep watching this space. Watch Safety 6 handle, watch Nigeria handle for more information. In case we'll keep pushing it out. We'll keep pushing it out. You know, all the way. It goes live Friday on the 20th of September. Just watch this space.
Awesome, awesome. So Charlie just joined us from Kenya. So because of him, I'll say it again. So I've said it now. No, I'll say it again. I'll say it again. Okay, so this is it, right? I know some of you have never seen me like this before. Those that know me, they know that sometimes You always see the professional safety chick. This one, I'm just too excited, and that's just to tell you how beautiful this thing is. Like yesterday, honestly, I was just smiling. I had to call my kid brother. Said, Bobby, come and see. Bobby, come and see. You know, we played it together. All my teeth are just out like this when when I was playing it, because I can just imagine how smaller children are going to feel. Because aside the fact that we're asking them questions, there were fun activities. For example, there was a fun activity of trying to place the mask on the face of the individual to see how many you can put. And the more you can do, my other sister is laughing at me. The more you place there, the more scores you get. Then there was another one where there is a syringe, like a vaccine, and saying kill all the coronavirus you can see on the screen. So it wasn't just straightforward question. There were other fun things. And these are the things that make children learn. I have found in my work in safety that when children are learning in an easy way, in a fun way, they even forget their learning because they are so engrossed in the fun activity. But guess what? They are learning, and it is going deeper than you would ever imagine. So please take advantage of this amazing gift we have brought to the world, because we are trying to help and protect our lovely children. This game is easy to use. Once you go to any of the links in our bios, you'll be able to play a demo. The demo is just like the first level. The other levels will be accessed fully on the 25th. And all you need to do to access that is just pre-order with 500 naira alone. Is less than shawarma money, is less than watching movie. Like, in fact, you can't even buy data with 500 naira. Or at your level, because I know all of you are big boys and girls. Like, I know you people. So you can do this. And guess what? You can actually do it for children around you. So maybe let the parents know and, you know, subscribe for them. And if you pre-order from today to the next 1 week, you also get a free child safety storybook. Okay, that one, yes, that one right behind me, The Adventures of Muna, Book 1. You get that also. And then, of course, there's a giveaway that will be happening on our pages. The rules are there, and it's just so easy. We've tried to make everything as easy as possible, just because we're trying to play our part. And I would like to say, if you'll be kind enough to help us get this information on media platforms, please let me know. I've written my press release already. I'm not afraid to ask. I've reached out to my contacts, but I don't mind getting more from you amazing people. So I think I'm becoming too much. Let me be calming down.
Thank you. It's a one-off payment. Someone's asking. It's a one-off.
Because we love you. This
is a gift. No, this is just a gift for you. I'm waiting to support that. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming out to support and join. Please share, tag, and follow us.
All right. So bye, everybody. See you in the comment section of our pages, because we're going to be putting out the flyers right about now with all the necessary details. Thank you all so much for joining us today. And we want to see your names on our leaderboard. Yes, play the game. Write your name there. We want to see your names there. Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Ciao.